Hey, good morning and welcome to your morning manna. My name's Nick, and this week we're going to talk about the Lord's Prayer. You've probably heard the Lord's Prayer, and growing up, this is one of those passages that I memorized, and you probably did too. Even people who don't read the Bible or don't go to church, they'll often quote this prayer in moments of distress or before their team has the big game. No doubt it's the most famous prayer ever recorded. But did you know that there are 6 petitions to the Lord's Prayer? When Jesus was teaching his disciples how to pray, he used this prayer as an example for them and really for us to follow. So each day this week, we're going to break down these 6 petitions and talk about what they mean for us. Today, we're going to start with the first line. So you can read with me Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. Jesus says this, "Pray like this, Our Father in heaven, hallowed be your name." I love this introduction to the prayer, Our Father in heaven. It may sound simple, but right from the start, we already get a sense of intimacy. In fact, the Hebrew word for father is Abba, which implies a tender relationship, almost like a little kid would call to their father, and they may say, Daddy. And it sets the tone for the rest of the prayer. We are God's favored children, and as such, we can boldly come to Him. He wants us to come to Him. And then we go on to see the 6 petitions of the Lord's Prayer. And you'll notice the first 3 petitions, they solely focus on God rather than ourselves. And so here's the first petition, hallowed be your name. I tell you what, when we start our prayer by declaring His holiness, it puts everything into perspective. He's the King of Kings, the Lord of Lords. His name is above all names. There's nothing that can compare to His majesty. So when we magnify God, we're not just putting Him in His rightful place in our lives, but we're also reminding ourselves that everything falls underneath the feet of Jesus. You can do this today. Go to the Lord confidently, knowing that He wants you to seek after Him, and start by declaring that He is high above everything else that you're going to face today. Watch how that changes your perspective. God bless you. See you tomorrow as we look at the second petition of the Lord's Prayer.